Alright, class is in session, Professor J, and it is time to continue our expedition and see if we don't get smacked down really quickly. Alright. A warrior stands in your way. There's no such thing as a free trip in a horse and carriage. Okay, here we go. Time to take out a generic assassin. Well, hopefully it goes better than the last time we got confronted by a generic assassin that was like level 40 or something ridiculous. She laid us out pretty quickly. It is a sunshiny day where I am. I hope you guys are having an equally beautiful one. Okay, generic assassin lady, level 12. Oh, she's immune to getting kicked in the face. If only we could all be so powerful. Smack, smack. Get up. Well, that couldn't have gone much better, could it have? When you win, you win. Give me that sweet experience, you know I need it. A clockwork level 5. Ooh, that looks like it actually might be another version of the sword that I have. Arrived at destination! Neat. Hold on, let me see if I can check out my weapon here. Clockwork level 5. Okay, it is the same kind of sword, but it is just a weaker version of our sword. We'll just stay with what we have. Capture the Clove thieves. We're back to going after spices, my boys. Yes! Okay, so what did we get before? We had pepper, we had cinnamon. Now we have clove. The Moluccas were famous for their fragrant. Oh my gosh, can't talk. Fragrant cloves, which are sometimes used to ward off demons. A clove merchant from one of the island's ports had a request for me. I hope his request isn't for me to say the word clove 5 times. I took on a request from a merchant at the dock to drive away any thieves who aimed to steal a shipment of cloves. At dawn, I was waiting on the deck of a ship loaded with cargo when I noticed a group of shifty people on the pier. As I stepped onto the dock, the thieves suddenly attacked. What could they possibly want? I think they want cloves. No clove, no loaf, am I right? Okay. I didn't even read the conditions of the fight. They move more quickly. Okay. And start the battle with a reduced guard gauge. Ooh, I can break your guard? Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey. No one said you could swing at me. No, block again. Block again. Oh, man. I wanted to send him flying. That's okay. We'll take it. Still one more opponent. No cloves for you, sir. Sorry, I'm afraid you can't ward off demons. That's not free. Just running in place. Come on, Freddie Mercury. R.I.P. How dare you? Trying to hit me in my toes? My toe beans? Goodbye! Oh man, not into the water though! It's always a hollow victory when they don't fall in the water. Even if you do manage to beat Freddie Mercury. Don't stop me now. I questioned the thieves about their employer. It seemed to be a person working for the merchant who hired me. The merchant was delighted and gave me a great deal of expensive spices. Clove, cardamom, cinnamon, oregano. I'm just drowning in fragrance. I'm the Spice King. So many other places to travel. Well, might as well try another location, and then maybe we'll continue the story. Oh no! Why does a warrior always stand in my way? Oh my gosh, look at what this creature is wearing. The King's Fool. The fool laughed scornfully at me and challenged me to a battle. If I win, I would be rewarded handsomely. So what you're telling me is that I am crossing the ocean in my covered wagon, and the King's Fool, who is apparently in the middle of the ocean for some reason, takes over my boat and threatens me and says that if I fight and win, I will be rewarded. This seems like a plausible set of circumstances. Okay, well, we got another slippery fight, like when we fought that angel-voiced goddess. What? I was about to say I just grabbed right through them. Only 30 seconds to close it out. Don't strike me. Don't strike me now. Well, that was kind of easy, wasn't it? What's my reward, fool? He gives me like some expired movie tickets. Okay, those are the generic rewards, right? Or is it just the money? Is it just the money? Is that it? How exciting. Okay, we'll see what's going on here and then we'll continue the story. In search of strength! A worthy opponent awaited me at the end of my journey. With our pride as warriors at stake, we began our battle. That sounds just generic enough to work! Some writer for Bandai Namco had that passed across his desk and said, yeah, sure, I guess. Check minus. Should I change it? Nah, just put it in. It's fine.
Battle 1.
Greatly increased attack power. That's cool if I don't get hit. When I do get hit, though, it's a problem. Stop hitting me! What the heck is that fancy dance you keep doing? There we go. Oh, I have another round now. Stop attacking me with your glowing orbs, bro. Get up. And go down. Perfecto! Untouchable! My Spanish may not be perfect, but it is bad. Or was that Italian? Another sword! Is this one a good one, or is it crappy like the other one that you gave me? Let's take a look. It's called Clockwork. Oh, it is the same sword, but slightly better. Higher base attack, but lower high end. We'll go with this nice, consistent one. Why not? Plus, will give us a nice aesthetic shift. And the expedition! Cool. How you? Please forgive me for interrupting your journey. I asked him what happened to Howran. After my brother returned from his journey, how could I explain it? It all began when he volunteered to inspect an unusual rift that had appeared. Apparently, he'd seen something similar on his travels. That was where everything started to go wrong. With each passing day, my brother began acting stranger and stranger. He started to speak crudely and grew needlessly violent. One day, he slapped me on the bum. Then, he just left. We trained together all the time, but I was too scared to do anything at first. After that, well, you saw for yourself. He became a monster. Soon, many others became like Howran, and they began slaughtering each other, which you can't spell without laughtering. However, none could match my brother's martial prowess. I never thought I'd see his training used for such evil. For a short while, we all fell silent. Then How You looked at me, his eyes filled with determination. I practically worshipped my brother. He was always so noble, kind, strong, and handsome. He would help anybody who needed it, without hesitation. That's why I wish to stop him, now! I beg you, kill him! End his suffering! How You did a thumbs-down movement as if he were a Roman emperor. His injury was no doubt affecting his ability to fight, but his will remained strong. Can we save him? He is my homie. I searched hard for another way, be it through medicine, magic, tarot card reading, a good pat on the back, but every road led to failure, and nothing I could do helped. None in Yang Wang, who suffered the same fate as my brother, could be brought back either. How Yu's expression was filled with pain, but his grim acceptance of the situation only served to emphasize the strength of his resolve. There may still be a way. In Lingshengsu, where my brother and I studied, people spoke of a legendary old man who may know how to resist this evil. But the stories about him were always vague, and besides, it would take many a day simply to reach the temple. None of this is easy for me. However, if nothing can be done, Yangwang will become a ghost town, and my brother's sins are already too many. If he were in my position, he'd want me dead! How Yu's voice trembled slightly when he spoke. Thank you again for agreeing to help. Alright, it's trembling too much. It must be fate for an acquaintance of my brother to show up during these dark times. For eyes so young, they seemed filled with exceptional resolve. I knew that I, too, would have to prepare myself for what lay ahead. Evil. And a fight! We'll do this one, and then we'll end it. Okay, first enemy / only enemy. How Yu had made up his mind. Now it was my turn. How Ran had fallen victim to malfestation, and I had to decide what to do. Well, it looks like murder. How Yu led us into the forest where he said he would find How Ran. Here, this is where my brother and I used to train. The forest was eerily quiet. However, I could feel unfriendly eyes following our every move. You came. Howran stepped out from the shadows. Draw your weapon. I thirst for blood. Howran breathed erratically, like a possessed beast, and his eyes were filled with an insatiable bloodlust. He was ready to attack at any moment. Howran! Stop all this already, please! How you? Give it up. You cannot stop me. I was both shocked and sad to see what Howran had become. I asked him how a warrior like him could lose control like this, and he froze. I may have looked like a decent human being, but I always knew that was not so. A dark shadow dwelled in my heart. I wanted to become like this, to crave the sight of blood, to know the ecstasy of tearing into flesh. These were the ravings of a madman. I trained my body and mind to keep the darkness within me from escaping, but the stronger I became, the stronger the conflict within me grew. Why did I seek strength? Why? Why? I knew why. Howran! Howran readied his weapon, then let out a terrifying howl. Do you think yourself a true warrior? Then prove it! Show me the darkness that lurks inside you! My voice is destroyed by that. That's the darkness. The darkness requires that I take a cough drop. Maybe a throat lozenge. I love these extended loading sequences. Okay, I have less health for some reason, even though they didn't even mention me getting hit or anything. He does look more buff than last time I saw him. I see you getting those gains, Howran. How dare you strike me! Kabam! Well, this is going pretty well, actually. I want to do the stabby. Let's just do this. Oh, you hit me in the grill. I'm going to kick him for that. Kick! Goodbye! Take a seat, son! I want to grab him in midair. I wish I could do that. That'd be awesome. There we go. Oh, you didn't want to get up and get hit? Come on now. Ow! Ow! Whoa, barely avoided that, didn't I? Okay, this has been fun, but... What?! Wow, that works against grabs? Oh, I tried to kick him. No! Stop hitting me! We're gonna go for the desperation move! Desperation move! Will it be enough?
Beauty wins.
Maybe? No, not even close. That may have been a waste, actually. Oh, we'll kill him anyway! Now, are you dead, or are you malfested dead, where you're gonna get back up and fight me again? Are you gonna turn back into a pumpkin, and then I have to go find my glass slipper? Howran lay on the floor, defeated. My head throbbed and the world spun. I wasn't sure if it was because of the adrenaline or the influence of the astral chaos. I had to decide what to do about Halran. Oh man! We're making a big decision here. Do I want to be a bad boy or a good boy? Do I want to murder a murderer, or do I want to spare a murderer? When you say it that way, it kind of makes it sound like you should murder him. I'm going to be a good boy! Let's see what happens. With a sharp rap to the head, I knocked Halran out. I just clocked him. Halran! Despite everything, I couldn't bring myself to kill him. He was my homie. Jay. As long as there was hope, I had to try to save him. Carrying the unconscious Halran, we made our way to Hao Yu's retreat. And we got experience and 900 coins. What will become of Halran? Will Hao Yu heal from his wounds? Find out next time on Libra of Souls. Class dismissed.